So hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and as usual here is another video. And in today's video I want us to talk about the deadline for the Ds-260. That is the last day you can submit your Ds-260. And also I'll be touching on some questions that were dropped on my previous videos. So guys, if you're new to this channel, make sure to click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time we upload a video. We make videos on a daily basis on the DV Rotary. So, and also you can still visit us on our Facebook, that is at 2021 DV Rotary Updates. Drop your private questions there, I'll be handling them to my level best. So guys, without much ado, let's start our video right now. So to start with, I would like to talk about the deadline for the submission of the Ds-260. I would like to make it clear that there is no specific date or time that is the deadline for the submission of the Ds-260. But it's really advised that if your case number is low as less than or below the 10,000 case number, from 1 to 10,000, in whichever region you might be, it is advised that you better fill your Ds-260 as early as possible. That is most likely before the end of 2 months after you receive your results. This is because you have to submit the Ds-260, then the KCC will receive your Ds-260, make a revision on it, then send you an email requesting for the documents. Then you have to submit the documents, and once you submit the documents, they have to revise the documents, then they can schedule you for an interview. And the DV Rotary 2021 program, your interviews will be starting or beginning on the 1st October. So the time frame from now up to October, make sure that you submit your Ds-260. Then after you submit, they will send you an email requesting for the documents. Then you have to submit the documents, they have to revise the documents, then they can make when your case number becomes current. That is why I talk about the case numbers below 10,000. Most of them might be interviewed in this month or in this year, sorry. So I would personally I would advise you, if your case number is especially below 5,000, please make sure you submit your Ds-260 within the first 2 months. Make sure you already submit that so that they have the time to revise your Ds-260, send you an email requesting for the documents. For you have to take the documents, send the documents to them, then they have to revise it and send you or make your case number current, and you can proceed for the interview. So to make it clear, there is no specific deadline for the Ds-260. It all varies from the case number you are holding. A case number that is low as 1,000 is required to submit their Ds-260 urgently, more than a case number that is 20,000 or 50,000 or even higher. Your case numbers determines the time you receive your interview, and you will never receive an interview before you submit your Ds-260. Then it is revised, then you submit your documents, then they are all revised and confirm that they are all available. Once they confirm the documents are all okay, that's when they go ahead and submit or send you an appointment letter for the interview. That is when your case number becomes current. So in case even you are at a high case number, like maybe 30,000, for such case numbers I don't recommend that you should be in a hurry to send the Ds-260. No, take your time. Your case number will be dealt with on a later date. So they have to start with the case number from as low as possible and way up. So the lower your case number it is, the area you are supposed to be, or you're expected to send your Ds-260. This is because the lower the case number you are, the earlier you will receive an appointment letter for your interview, and that is the area your case will be current on the visa bulletin. I hope up to that point we are clear. I mean that your case number as low as it is, make sure you submit your Ds-260 on an earlier date. But let's say maybe your case number is low, maybe like 2,000, but you are missing some information, like you need some information to fill on the Ds-260, but you don't yet have the information right now. Maybe you'll get the information after like a month or 2. or even 3 months, or even 4, you still don't have to worry. You can still go ahead, hold on the DS-260, don't submit, don't fill it, hold it, wait until you get the required information for the DS-260. Then even if it's after 4 months, go ahead, fill your DS-260, submit. So another thing, the DS-260 has no limit. Like you have a limit of today up to this date to have submitted. Maybe the limit can be up to the end when they get their all 55 visas exploited. Up to that point, they don't need more DS-260s. If they have all 55,000 visas are already taken, they don't need any more case numbers. So even if your case number is very low, but maybe you don't have some documents for 1 or 2, 3 reasons, then take your time, get the information required on the DS-260, and now when you are good to fill, go ahead and fill. But in case your case number was very low and you are ready to submit the DS-260, that will read you maybe to a rate date of submitting your documents, and that will also read your case number to be interviewed on a rate date or a late month. That is, maybe your case numbers will be current on maybe on October or even November or December, but maybe for 1, 2, 3 reason you are ready to submit your DS-260, that being ready to submit your documents, and that read to your case being ready for the revision by the KCC, of which it end up being your case will be scheduled on your case number will be scheduled an interview maybe on next year, January, February, or March. It doesn't mean that if your case number is current on March, or maybe like your case number is current on October, that you must be interviewed on October. No. If you are late for maybe 1, 2, 3 reasons, you can still fill on a later date. Maybe some people even forgot to check their results, and maybe around October they might be checking their results and they won. You can still proceed and fill the DS-260 at that point, but your interview will be scheduled on a later month. So it doesn't matter whether your case number is current that you must get your interview at that point. No. If you are ready to submit the document, you still don't have to worry. You can still have your case number interviewed or delayed to another month. But anyway, I don't think there's somebody who wants to be delayed for the interview or something like that, but some situations can lead to that. So in case you have all the necessary information, whether your case number is low or high, if you have all the necessary information for the DS-260, please go ahead and submit everything and sign and submit, and don't forget to print the confirmation number or the confirmation page. That is the page after you sign and submit, the page that appears by the title confirmation page. It's a requirement after or at the interview stage. So when you submit your DS-260, don't forget to print out that. And if you can't print it, maybe you can't access a printer where you are filling your DS-260 at that time, you can save it on the email and maybe on a later date go and print it. I hope up to that you are clear. So for those who are asking about the deadline of the DS-260, there's no specific date for the deadline of submission of the DS-260. That's fine. But if possible, the earlier the better. So let's go to our second question. The second question was about the documents. Somebody was asking for a scenario that his husband is a beneficiary, but the husband don't have the educational certificates and all that, and maybe the certificates will be on the list of the document requested. And to make this clear, as a participant, you are the one who will be requested documents relating to the qualification of the level of education that is required. So nobody among your beneficiary will be requested for education certificates and all that. For the beneficiary, it will be mostly like the passport, maybe, and the good conduct, maybe, and the marriage certificate, the other things. But about the qualification or work experience and all of that, there will be no request from them about that. So for the applicant, you are the one who to have the certificates of the education level, still the passport and all that stuff. But for the beneficiaries, it's maybe for the passport and maybe good conduct if they are over 16 years. I hope up to that we are clear. So for those guys who are asking about the DS-260, like the deadline, there's no deadline date for that. And I really advise people, like, if your case number is very low, please don't risk your case being interviewed on a rate month. And something to add on this, according to this year, this is 2021 DV Rotary program, we are not sure when the case will be, okay, the interview will begin. Because, you know, for the DV 2020, there are some pending cases. Many of them are still pending at the KCC, and people are waiting to be interviewed. That is because of the COVID-19 pandemic and all that. The embassies were closed and all that stuff. So we don't know whether the DV Rotary 2020 will be extended. And, you know, if it will be extended, that will mean that the DV 2021 program will be delayed somehow. It might not start on October. So we're not sure yet about that, but in the near future we'll know about that and we'll update you on that. So if your case number is low as, you know, like 5,000 and below, please, by now you should be submitting your DS-260 and preparing for the documents. About the documents, I already made several videos about it, and also the DS-260, and also the visa bulletin, and also how you can determine when your interview will be scheduled. So if you have more questions, please drop on the comment section. I'll be back and I will be replying on every question. If your questions are private, just drop them on our Facebook page, that is at 2021 DV Rotary Updates. And with that being said, guys, thank you for watching this video. Invite your friends who are winners for the DV Rotary 2021 so that we can learn together. So guys, thank you for watching and see you in our next video.